What is good, YouTube? It is your boy Anime Double Hunter, and I hope everyone's having an awesome day. I hope you guys all enjoyed the latest chapter of One Piece 1026. This was a phenomenal chapter, great chapter. There was some stuff I feel like could have been done better, but overall it was an amazing chapter. If you are new to Anime Double Hunter, welcome. Here on this channel I cover all sorts of One Piece content, weekly reviews, character explain videos, ability explain videos, and more. So if you want all that fun stuff coming straight to your feed, definitely subscribe and join the family. Now with that being said, we are not about to waste any more time. We're about to get straight into the video. Comment down below y'all want to start on the video. Drop a like if you end up enjoying the video. On that being said, let's begin. So usually I go in order, but I want to start off with Luffy and Kaido. So the fandom is going crazy over the fact that Luffy split the sky with Kaido, which I thought was very cool. Now we are preparing for hopefully the final showdown between Luffy and Kaido. I think this is going to come down to a one-on-one battle. I do think Yamato is going to help at first, but I think she's going to get taken out and it's going to come down between Luffy and Kaido. Now before I begin to speculate what's going to happen in that fight, I want to talk about the idea of Luffy being on equal terms with the Yonkou. Luffy has made amazing progress throughout Wano. His leadership is amazing and also his strength has just been blossoming. Now Luffy may have the qualities of a Yonkou, but he isn't on equal terms with Kaido or on par with any other Yonkou. Absolutely not. Kaido has fought nearly everyone on Wano. I just saw a funny tweet on Twitter that said Kaido might as well be an arcade character, which I totally agree with. I mean, he's fighting everybody. But all jokes aside, people fail to realize this is the 4th time Luffy is fighting Kaido. Yes, Luffy is getting stronger, but he's not on par with him. It took a lot of damage to get Kaido at this level of health, and he's still going after fighting the Scabbards, taking on the Supernova, fighting his daughter, who's almost on equal terms with Luffy, and yet he still has a lot left in the tank, which is crazy. Oda was right, Kaido is really the strongest creature alive. Eventually, by the end of One Piece, I'm sure Luffy will be stronger than Kaido, but even if he wins now, he's not stronger than Kaido. Hopefully you guys get what I mean. Now I did say this is going to come down between Luffy and Kaido. What I think is going to happen is Luffy will use a new variation of Gear 4th imbued with Conqueror's Coding to defeat Kaido. I think that makes the most sense. It's way too early for Gear 5th. That'll only be fan hype. It won't make any sense at all for the story. This is how I feel. Before I move on to Neko, I want to talk a bit more about Luffy and Kaido's clash. Now I didn't expect that. I was really shocked, to be honest, considering Luffy just learned coding, but that's what makes him awesome. Now because Luffy and Kaido split the sky, that allowed Neko and Ino, who are surprisingly getting their asses kicked, to transform into Sulong form and one-shot their opponents Jack and Perospero. Now to be honest, I feel like both of those fights were very underwhelming. Neko and Perospero didn't even talk about what happened to Pedro. One of the biggest problems was that Pedro died because he blew himself up. He wasn't stabbed, he wasn't poisoned, he wasn't killed by Perospero. He chose to blow himself up. He chose to go into the Big Mom's Pirates territory with the Straw Hats, start conflict with them, and try to escape. I would have been fine if Neko replied he didn't care, but the fact that they didn't talk about it is kind of, it's kind of weird. And I mean, he just one-shotted Perospero. I mean, those fights lasted a panel and a half, and my god, Perospero needs to be moved up to Yonkou Commander. Like, how is he handicapped beating Neko's ass? I mean, bro, Perospero has my respect. This is crazy. He's probably one of the most underrated characters in One Piece in terms of strength. Like, he beyond exceeded my expectation. Now, one arm and you're doing this much, I mean, that's crazy. Now, Jack and I think Jack has a whole speech for himself. I saw comments today that said Jack hasn't had a single name move throughout the entire time we had met him. To be fair, I was always a fan who shitted on Jack because I hated him, and I still do hate him for what he did to the Minx. That was absolutely fucked up. But Jack has went up against some very powerful foes. You can even make the argument that they were way out of his league, which I agree, which is why I was hoping that this fight against Ino would demonstrate at least some of his potential, but now he got one shot at as well. Now moving on, I did like that Neko and Ino finished their opponents with Odin's one sword style. That technique was raw as hell, and they both like pierced through them, which was, that shit was hard. Now we're gonna be jumping again. Now I want to jump back to my favorite moment of the chapter, my second favorite moment of the chapter. This was before Luffy and Kaido's clash. This was when Kaido and Momo are facing off, and Kaido gets ready to do his blast breath, and Luffy tells Momo to counter Kaido with his own blast breath, and Momo's like, "What, bro? I can't do that shit." That was hilarious, man. I love Oda, bro. After dodging and regrouping, in the next panel, Luffy whispers something in Momo's ear. Unbeknownst to us at the time, Luffy jumps off and heads to attack Kaido, which he then does with his elephant gun and sends Kaido flying. We didn't get a flashback of what was said to him. Luffy tells Momo to bite Kaido, which was hilarious, but it was so nice because that's so Luffy, bro. Momo at first thinks I can't bite Kaido. He's fucking Kaido. I mean, look at him. But he then thinks about all that's happened to him. Kaido burned down the castle, killing Odin, hurting Toki, and fucking destroying Wano. I mean, he's made Wano his bitch. And he's like, you know what, I'm gonna bite that fucker, bro. Fuck it, I'm gonna bite him. And so he does, which is why I love that part. That was my second favorite part of the chapter. We're not on the first one yet though. After biting Kaido, Kaido screams at first and then he snaps back. He asks Momo like, bro, what the fuck you doing, man? In the midst of this, Luffy comes running with a coding attack, knocking Kaido back. Following this, Luffy tells Momo, you just did something awesome. You hit one of the 4 emperors. After doing that, can you really think of anything more frightening than that? To which Momo replies, no. One of my favorite things about Wano is Luffy's growth as a leader. In Whole Cake Island, we got a glimpse of how great of a captain he is, or how great of a captain he can be. But in Wano, Luffy's leadership has just been phenomenal. Like, he's turned into a phenomenal leader. Now on to the next moment, my favorite part of the chapter. Luffy tells Momo then, you can fly and stop Onigashima. In his tracks, he then says, I will definitely beat Kaido, and all the allies just go crazy. Like, everybody's getting fired up. We got Otama crying, yelling at Big Bro and Momo-kun. We got Big Mom laughing, but you know, she a hater. We have, you know, kids saying you freaking better, and Law's just in the corner like, where the hell this dude been? We got Frankie telling Luffy get him, and everyone's just fired up, which I love. You know, Luffy just has the power to just bring everybody together and like get everybody fired up, you know. That's what makes him awesome. In the next panel, Kaido goes into his hybrid form, and as he gets ready to do a coding attack, he asks Luffy, you really think you have a chance against me? To which Luffy replies, who's also getting ready to do a coding attack. And a reminder, Luffy's in base form. Luffy then says, as long as I'm still breathing, anything can happen. As they then do a Conqueror's clash so severe, it ends up splitting the sky in half. And bro, that shit was crazy. Bro, that had to been everybody. I'm pretty sure that's everybody's highlight of the chapter, bro. To be honest, I don't know how Oda does it, man. Like, I don't know how Oda does it. But One Piece has been on fire. Before we wrap this one up, let's talk about Hitetsu and Otama. I think that was really sweet how Hitetsu was worrying about Otama while he's at the Fire Festival. I think that's dope, and he's going to be very proud once they win the raid, considering Otama is the turning point when it came to the war. Without her, only God knows what would have happened because they were so outmatched. To be honest, even though there are people against it, I love Otama to join the crew as a cabin boy. I think that'd be dope, and also mirror Roger's crew. I initially wanted both Otama and Momo to join as cabin boys, but Momo got turned into adult, so now the idea is dead. Unless he somehow gets turned back into a kid. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but I'm pretty sure Oda's gonna work it out. In the last panel, following Jack and Sparrow's defeat, we see Orochi peek out from his hiding spot. Pussy ass nigga. Orochi isn't safe nowhere. Maybe with Fukurokujo, bro. What could Fukurokujo do, bro? He's most likely gonna get one shot in the next chapter. I think Orochi's going to be defeated by a scabbard, most likely Denjiro at a given point. I believe Momo will be occupied with holding up Onigashima and stopping it from falling from the capital. So Momo defeats Orochi is going down the journey. The idea is done. As for the next chapter, I think we're gonna start Kid and Law versus Big Mom, which I'm really excited for. I hope Kid and Law take her down because they haven't been much of use throughout the battle, in my opinion. Yeah, Law saved them, but I guess it might be a me thing when it comes to Law because he's been such an underwhelming character for me in terms of strength. Law was actually my favorite character at Dressrosa, but after what Doffy did to him, seeing him get beat up in Stampede, I had enough. I spent like what, a whole 2 or 3 years with Luffy just in Whole Cake. That was the time when I just caught up to the manga in Zou. I was in high school. Whole Cake from what, freshman year to end of sophomore year. That's when Luffy became my absolute favorite character. But that's for another video. But if I guess I'll scratch what I said about Law. I'm gonna give him his credit. He did do his thing on the roof. But as for Kid, man, don't get me started, bro. He's by far the worst supernova. Yet my expectations for Kid have been so high. Ever since we met him, Saba Odi, he had a higher bounty than Luffy. When we came to Wano, we found out Kid has Conqueror's Haki as well. Yeah, he hasn't done shit throughout the whole entire roof. Like I don't know. But Kid's been taking a lot of L's, bro. Hopefully he catches a W. And in all honesty, I feel like would have made a lot of sense if it was Luffy and Kid fighting against Kaido. I mean, look at what Kaido did to Killer. Like, bro, what? So yeah, but I mean, it looks like Kid's gonna get his shine against Big Mom, hopefully. But he's getting fucking nerfed right now. I don't know, bro. Prayers out to Kid. So yeah, next chapter I feel like we're gonna be turning over to Kid and Law versus Big Mom, probably wrapping up Raizo, his battle with Fukurokujo. He's gonna get one-shotted. We might end up turning back to Zoro and Sanji at some point. We need to dive more into Zoro's heritage, bro. That 1023, I believe, bro. That has to be my favorite. That has to be one of my favorite chapters of all of Wano, bro. Definitely top 3. But yeah, need to dive more into that Zoro heritage as well as that Sanji heritage too. Shout out to the Sanji fans. I hope you guys enjoyed this no format review. I was just all over the place, but I feel like I like doing these reviews better than just going from page to page. That's boring to me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This was just my honest thoughts and opinions on the chapter. I was speaking facts about 90% of the video. Drop a like if you end up enjoying the video. Hit the subscribe button for more content. Comment your honest thoughts on the chapter in the comment section below. I'd definitely love to go back and forth with you guys. It is your boy Anime Devil Hunter, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Have a safe weekend.